Good morning, City Kids, and welcome to NewsFlash. Well, I am very sad to say this will be the final time that NewsFlash is on air. We've been cancelled by our network. They said something about budget cuts. Apparently we're all going on furlough or something. Apparently there's been this virus. Anyway, I think they just want to get rid of me. I think they want to replace me with someone younger and better looking. They said that children want a wild adventure. They're starting this new show next week called Lost in the Woods. Apparently it's a daring jungle rescue. Suppose you could watch it if you wanted to. It might be quite good. But anyway, back to the news. We've been following the story of Jesus Christ for the last few weeks. And last time on the show we had Peter, Jesus' friend and disciple, explaining how the church has been growing and thousands of people were getting baptised. Well, this week we've sent our roving reporter Lydia back to Jerusalem to see it for herself. And as Lydia reports, all of these new believers are beginning to ask the question, how can I follow Jesus when I can't see him here anymore? Over to you, Lydia.
Thank you, Jamie. Yes, I can confirm there are many more followers of Jesus now. In fact, I'm coming to you from a place where I recently watched a baptism of 3,000 people. We were here for a very long time, watching all those people declare their belief in Jesus and their desire to follow him by getting dipped in the river, just like Jesus had done. More people are choosing to become believers every day. The disciples of Jesus are now called apostles. That's a word that means messenger, because they're taking Jesus' message to the people. They've done lots of amazing miracles, just like Jesus did when he was here. They're also doing good things. They're setting up ways of giving free food to hungry people. And they're sharing everything together. It's a very different way of living. But the big question the new believers have is, how can we be followers of Jesus when he's not here anymore? I've been listening to John, one of the apostles, telling people what Jesus said about that. He used a grape plant called a vine to help people understand. Jesus said, "I am the vine." Jesus meant that he was like the trunk or the stem of the vine, and people are like the branches. He said if the branches stay stuck onto the trunk bit, they'll keep growing nicely and they'll even have lots of lovely grapes on them. But if the branch falls off, it can't get all the water and nutrients from the trunk, and so the leaves go dry and stop growing. It seems that Jesus meant that even though we can't see him, in the same way the branches can stay connected to the vine, we can stay connected to Jesus. The way we do this is if we talk to him in prayer, stay filled with the Holy Spirit, and listen to his words from the Bible. If people do those things, then they'll grow healthy as believers, a bit like these grapes. But if they don't do those things regularly, they're not staying connected to Jesus, and they go all dry and crunchy, with no life left in them. So even though we can't see Jesus, we can stay connected to him by prayer, by the Holy Spirit, and by the Bible. Back to you, Jamie.
Thank you, Lydia, for that really helpful report. Well, I have enjoyed making this show for the last few years, and I'm so glad that you have been watching every episode with us. It'll be sad to say goodbye to you for the last time. Don't forget, you could, I suppose, if you really, really wanted to, come back next week and catch the first episode of Lost in the Woods. I'm sure it won't be any good. I'm sure it won't be half as exciting, and I'm sure the characters won't be great, but maybe you could tune in if you really, really wanted to. Anyway, signing off for the last time, I'm Jamie, and this is City Kids Newsflash. Goodbye.